Hello and welcome to Nerd Subculture. I'm your host, Jared.
And I'm Edwina.
And if you listen to this is our Once More We're Feeling series on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Today we are doing Season 6, Episode 17, Normal Again. Because we're all normal again, Eddie, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode first aired May 12th, 2002. Not May, March. Written by Diego Cortez and directed by Rick Rosenthal. Over to you, Eddie.
This is a full spoiler podcast. I'm a huge fan, but Jared has never watched the series all the way through, and I'm trying to convince him it's worth his time.
Yes. And this week, Eddie, a bit of a downer episode, I guess. It's a bit of an understatement.
Well, yeah. Season 6 is a very dark season.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps getting darker, and we still haven't even gotten to the darkest part of this.
Really? Oh, dear.
Of Season 6. And I have brought this up before that Season 6 is a lot of people do not like Season 6 for this reason, because it just gets progressively worse and worse and
Oh, dear.
worse.
Yeah. Things haven't been going well for the Scoobs, have they, the past few episodes?
Yeah. And, well, the thing is, this episode, though it is quite dark, it is the episode where Buffy really does have to confront her mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And she does have to make a choice, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I'm still a bit on the fence with this episode because of the ending. And we'll discuss that a bit later.
Okay. Yep. Oh, well, I've got a few things to say about that.
So yeah, this episode uses the trope of, is it all real?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a delusion?
What do you call that sort of?
Ward?
We've got these words for these episodes. The bottle episode or the budget episode.
See, I think this is a bridging episode.
A bridging episode.
I think I called it a bottle episode, but it doesn't quite fit all the characteristics of a bottle episode. So it's probably more a bridging episode because we're about to get into this sort of 5-episode final arc.
Right. I mean, in the context of the show of questioning the reality of the show itself. I mean, that sort of style specifically.
I think it's just you're in the mental hospital trope. It's just a trope.
Well, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because I know Red Dwarf did something similar as well.
Yeah, I'll go into that later.
Okay, all right.
Look, I've got a whole list of other
okay.
shows that have done this trope. That's why it's a trope. It's been used multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But what I did want to mention is that the episode, I think why it has that ending on it, part of the reason is that it was as sort of a contingency plan if the show ever just got suddenly cancelled.
That's interesting, yeah.
Which used to happen a lot back in those days.
You never know.
Buffy was always on the verge of, being cancelled. But by this stage in Season 6, I think they'd been renewed for Season 7, but it had also been stated Season 7 would be the last season. At that point, I think both Sarah Michelle Gellar and a few other main cast members wanted out. They didn't want to do the show anymore. So they were like, you know what, we'll just wrap it up at Season 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they thought, well, why not? Let's just use this. This concept could work well in Season 6. And perhaps, rewrote it a little bit to work a bit better with what had been happening, to work within the themes of Season 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it does sort of work also as a Monster of the Week episode. I think was that what you probably meant?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. All right. Do you want to do the summary and we can talk more?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, great. Buffy goes full detective mode looking for the trio and starts casing rental listings for evil lairs. Jonathan, who's been running on guilt, nerves, and zero REM sleep since Katrina's death, totally misses Buffy sneaking up on them. Warren spots her on the spy cameras and, in true coward fashion, gets Andrew to summon a demon to attack her. This spiny, waxy-looking hell beast jabs Buffy with a stinger and boom, she's suddenly in a psych ward, being restrained and dosed like it's a new reality. Buffy wakes up outside the trio's hideout, confused, injured, and deeply over it. Meanwhile, Willow gears up to talk to Tara but sees her with someone else. Willow quietly retreats. Tara notices too late. At the Double Meat Palace, Buffy flashes back to the hospital again, where her doctor insists that it's meds o'clock. Later, Buffy and Willow debrief about heartbreak, disappearing fiancés, and demonic jabs. Xander shows up, still hoping he didn't completely shatter Anya's heart. The girls tell him she skipped town. On patrol, Buffy runs into Spike, and things get real tense real fast when Willow and Xander show up. Willow tries to play peacekeeper, but Buffy collapses. Back at the hospital, a doctor tells her Sunnydale is fake and she's been in a delusional state for 6 years. To really twist the knife, her actual parents are there alive, present, and still together. Willow and Xander drag Buffy home while she tries to make sense of her two dueling realities. The doc in her head gives her a crash course in schizophrenia and logical fallacies because slayers, vampires, and evil nerds are clearly less believable than padded rooms and lost time. Meanwhile, Warren and Andrew return to their man cave with mystery boxes, and Jonathan finally starts to question them. Willow IDs a demon and works on a non-magical antidote. Buffy confesses that when she first got the Slayer powers, she told her parents and they institutionalized her. Buffy spirals wondering if Sunnydale is just a brain glitch. Spike and Xander manage to wrangle the demon into Buffy's basement, and Willow breaks off its stinger to make an antidote. Dawn tries to comfort Buffy, who starts talking like Dawn's a figment of her imagination. At the hospital, Joyce straight up tells Buffy that Dawn doesn't exist. Dawn hears this and is understandably upset. Willow hands Buffy a mug of the antidote as Spike takes his moment and threatens to spill their sexcapades to the gang. When he leaves, Buffy dumps the antidote. In the hospital again, Buffy's told that if she wants to get better, she needs to destroy the things tethering her to the delusion. Buffy proceeds to calmly knock out and tie up her friends and Dawn in the basement. Buffy releases a demon and lets it loose on her friends. Tara shows up and saves the day with magic. Buffy trips her down the stairs, knocking her out cold. Back at the hospital, Joyce tells Buffy to keep fighting. Buffy thanks her mum and makes her choice. In the real world, Buffy destroys the demon and saves her friends. She chugs the antidote and pretends like everything's fine. But in the psych ward, the doctor checks her pupils and tells her parents she's gone. The end.
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you want to start with this, Eddie?
Well, I was going to talk about the meta nature of this episode because it is sort of...
It's very meta, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is about as meta as Buffy gets, and it's kind of a cruel brilliance to the what if none of this is real question because it attacks both Buffy's reality and ours as a viewer.
Yeah, of how ridiculous this whole concept of a slayer, killing vampires and demons and being outsmarted by some nerds.
Yeah, yeah, and
how stupid is that?
And with them recognizing that the world, a world with magic is unreasonable. It's easy for her to believe that the life in Sunnydale is a delusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the episode externalizes Buffy's depression and disassociation. It's Buffy's mental health breaking through the fourth wall.
Yeah, definitely a fourth wall breaker.
Yeah, but this is about as meta as Buffy will ever get. But it does fit in really well with like the season themes of depression, addiction, self-destructive behavior, the responsibilities of becoming an adult. And it's the fact that why does being in a mental institution seem so like it she's wanting to go to that place. Like she's wanting to be there.
Yeah. The idea that she finds a mental institution more comforting than the world that she lives in is quite a profound question that puts on the viewers, doesn't it? Yeah.
Okay. So why is this world, the psych ward delusion that she's having, why is that world so attractive to her? Like, why is it so believable?
Well, I guess that the responsibilities aren't there of being the Slayer.
She's got no responsibility. She doesn't have the weight on she's not having to save the world every week.
Yeah.
The weight of the world is not on her shoulders.
And the most glaring thing, her parents are alive and together.
Her mum is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad hasn't left her. Like she has people who will look after her in that world. And it can be a fresh start. Like she can start from scratch. Like, it's a whole new reality that she can just leave everything in Sunnydale behind her. Like you can see why that would be so attractive to her in the mental state, like because of how depressed she has been. But it is weird that world becomes so attractive to her.
Even though it looks pretty depressing, like the lighting and the way and the aesthetics of it make it look sort of dreary and uncomfortable.
So when you talk about the lighting, it's funny because, it is kind of everything's in this blue tone. Remember that blue tone that used to be used in like, you know how like whenever they show Mexico, it's everything's yellow.
Oh, they use a yellow filter.
The yellow filter, yeah.
Well, they often like cheap for like a night filter. They'll use like a blue filter
Yeah,
to make it look like nighttime.
Yeah, and it seems like everything in the psych ward, everything's in that sort of blue tone light. And then as the episode progresses, and it's sort of switching in and out when she's in the basement and stuff, like after she kind of makes the choice to stay in Sunnydale, all of a sudden the light kind of changes in that reality. Like it's almost like the light kind of like it gets brighter.
Right. In Sunnydale.
Yeah. That was just something I noticed. Just that, the lighting kind of changes throughout the episode.
Maybe trying to keep the audience guessing on that one, I think.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Oh, it definitely kept the audience guessing.
I don't know how stuff got so mixed up. I blew it.
No.
All right. We'll talk about the trope of being stuck in a psych ward and the TV show that you've been starring in. Is all a delusion. So everything that you've got, or the life that you've been living is all a delusion.
Yeah.
I'll bring up some examples because this trope has been used quite a lot.
I can think of one. I don't know if you're going to mention it, but go on, yeah.
Yeah. Well, probably the big one would be Saint Elsewhere's.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a delusion of a child?
Yeah, like an autistic child.
What? I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
so...
but it wasn't a supernatural show. It was like a hospital drama.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and that's how I ended, that it was all delusions.
Sorry, I was thinking of the movie, sorry. Saint.
You're thinking of St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah, sorry, okay. I don't remember that part. Okay.
But I'll bring up Mr. Robot, because they kind of did this trope, but it was kind of twisted.
All right, spoilers for Mr. Robot.
Spoilers for Mr. Robot. But yeah, pretty much the entirety of season 2 or half of season 2, the main character, Elliot, he is an unreliable narrator.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that from season 1. He's a really unreliable narrator. And then once it gets to season 2, you don't realise how unreliable he actually is.
Yeah.
And it kind of switches, it sort of flips halfway through the season, and everything that you think has been like his daily routine, it has actually just been his routine within the psych ward that he has been admitted
Wasn't he
to.
in prison or?
Was it prison? Or
I thought it was in
was
jail.
he in prison or was it I thought it was a psych ward.
I thought it was in jail.
Okay.
Yeah. He met that Joey Badass guy.
Yeah, I thought it was a psych ward. Or it was sort of it might be prison, but it was like the psych ward of a prison.
Maybe, yeah.
I can't imagine someone like him being put in.
Oh, because of all like the espionage he was doing, I think.
But he was also very physical, very, very unwell.
Yeah.
Apparently Deep Space Nine, there was an episode with Cisco hallucinating
I'm actually watching that at the moment. So
okay.
I haven't come to that episode. I'm still
Right.
I just started the second season.
Supernatural had an
Of course they
episode
would.
called Sam Interrupted. It's quite a funny episode.
It wasn't
actually.
Is it about the actors? Is that the one you're talking about? Where they jump into the bodies of the actors that play them? Is that the one you're talking about?
No,
Oh,
this
okay,
is a
right.
different one.
Okay,
no,
right.
that's like the one where it goes full fourth wall break.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, this one's Sam Interrupted, sort of.
Okay.
The Magicians. I often I love talking about The Magicians. And it is also very, very heavily influenced by Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
And funnily enough, there's an episode where Elliot, again, another Elliot, the main character, actually he starts out in a psych ward.
Okay.
At the beginning of the series, he starts out in a psych ward. But there's an episode where he is back in the psych ward, and it's also a musical episode.
Wow.
So it kind of
They went all out in
mixes-
that one by the sounds of it.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually a really good episode. Look, I could also mention maybe Charmed is another one where they do this. Piper is the one who's hallucinating it, but they're trying to get something out. They're trying to get some information from her, and in order to do that, they're making her believe that she's in a psych ward.
Yeah.
I'll just mention these two, Moon Knight and Legion. They
Don't
didn't
know
really.
those
They
ones.
didn't really do an episode like Moon Knight. I think it's a weird one because it seems like it's a lot of stuff is all in his.
Yeah.
And yeah, Legion was pretty much, he's like a.
I don't know any of these shows.
Oh, okay.
Can I mention two?
Yep.
First one, what was the show called? Had that JR guy in it. It's a really popular show. Who Shot JR? You remember he got shot?
Dallas.
Dallas, yes. Now, it wasn't necessarily an episode, but I do remember the Who Shot JR thing, but then it turned out that the whole season was a dream. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite the same, but yeah.
Well, I mean, they did sort of similar. Well, like I said, it wasn't an episode, but they did sort of fake out a whole season. That didn't actually happen, apparently. And finally, of course, I mentioned Red Dwarf before, so I want to talk about this one particularly because, look, a British show, Red Dwarf. If you haven't seen it, it's great. The season 5, the final episode, it was called Back to Reality, and basically in this episode, they're underwater on a planet somewhere, and they get attacked by some squid, and then they wake up in like a VR video game machine called Red Dwarf, and they've been playing this game for 5 years, and it turns out they're all completely different people. They're not great people as well. And I remember the first time watching this, I was like, wow, what's happening? I was flabbergasted. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, is this the show? Is this what it was the whole time? And because it was the final episode of the season, it could have ended there.
Yeah.
Very much could have ended on that. So, and not towards the end of the episode, it turns out they're all having a group hallucination. But there was a moment in there where I was like, shit, is this it? Is this what's going to happen with the show? I don't know whether you had that sort of feeling at the time where you're like, oh, how are they going to bring this back? Admittedly, they didn't do it.
I think because I'd watched Red Dwarf out of order, so like I think so I think.
But I mean, with Buffy, did you think they were going to do that with this show? Was that going to, is it? Are they going to say it was all a dream? I mean, it was a little different the way the show is presented, where you're bouncing between the realities in Buffy and in Red Dwarf. You were just stuck with this one reality.
Yeah.
So obviously they were both going at the same time. It's a little different. So yeah, Red Dwarf, I thought felt like they were just fully committed. All right, this is what the show actually is now. It was just a video game they were playing, which really blew me away at the time. So did you ever have that thought when you were watching it the first time, this episode?
Not really, no. No, because it did feel like a Monster of the Week episode. So it's one of those things where it's always going to get wrapped up at the end.
Yeah, so you just knew it would all come together at the end, and we'll see you next week. So
yeah, and you kind of always knew there was going to be 22 episodes in the season. It wasn't quite.
Yeah, exactly. At 17, they're not going to end it now.
Yeah, it wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go into. We should just get a few of the little character things out of the way.
All right, so the big one, Xander.
Yeah. So Xander returns.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Really?
Really?
It's not your fault?
No, it's entirely your fault.
I think it's completely, utterly your fault. It could be any less of your fault.
What I find weirdly amusing about this episode is that Buffy whacks him in the face with a frying pan to knock him out at the end. That's exactly what scared him in the vision, was him hitting Anya with a frying pan.
Wow. I didn't pick up on that one. Nice catch.
Yeah. It's also the fact that he comes back pretty much going, oh, I just want everything to go back to the way it was. Like, that was pretty much what he was thinking. He can just come back. He can just apologize.
And everything will be fine.
To Anya, everything's going to be fine. It's kind of lining things up for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, Spike fully tells Xander that he had been sleeping with Buffy, and he doesn't even clock it. He doesn't even notice it.
Yeah, it didn't register, did it?
It did not register. And then I think it kind of registered it a bit later, and that's when Buffy whacks him in the face with a frying pan.
I mean, as brutal as attack that is, there's just something comical about being hit with a frying pan. I don't know what it is.
Well, because I had a memory of him being hit, like that she like hits him from behind, but no, she like bashes him in the face. Yeah,
and that can be fatal.
Yes, exactly.
One thing I'm just thinking about now, you've mentioned before how Xander is like Joss's insert character.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to read too much into this, but the fact that he can just be forgiven so easily for doing something so awful.
Because he always was forgiven for doing awful things.
Yeah.
Like, he just thinks that that's the way the world works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Moving on.
moving on. The other thing, as I mentioned, was Spike. There's some really out of character Spike moments in this, like him demanding that Buffy tell her friends about them
Yeah.
because they're not together.
No.
They've broken up. They've stopped sleeping together. It's almost like psychological warfare on her.
Well, he's just messing with her.
He's just messing with her. It's like a way of getting like a petty revenge on her. Is that you have to tell your friends, or I'm going to tell them, and your friends are going to hate you. Like that kind of like it's just this. Yeah, it's kind of this psychological warfare.
Kind of busy at the moment, Spike, dealing with some shit at the moment. Yeah.
But it also kind of pushes her over the edge where I'm like, oh man, that psych ward is looking so good right now.
It is. Looking nice and comfy in there,
Like
isn't
that psych ward is looking real good at the moment.
Yeah. Can't imagine why'd you pick that.
Yeah. Yes. I'll quickly also mention Willow trying to talk to Tara, but misinterprets Tara saying hello to a friend.
Bit of jealousy in there
yeah,
too.
a little
She's
bit
just
of
saying hello to
jealousy.
someone, like, you know.
And she was kind of. I think she also mentions that she nearly used magic again because like it made her want to punch a magical hole in a wall. Like it was made her kind of mention that she was sort of struggling with her magic.
Yeah.
The other thing, very quickly, is Dawn gets upset that she's not in the delusional world. It's not all about you, Dawn. It's not all about you.
Yeah,
You weren't in this series for 4 seasons. Of course you weren't in that world. Like, kind of obvious that you were never going to be in that world.
Yeah, it's a strange thing to be upset about, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not in your delusion, am I? Bitch.
Because she has because Buffy had total control over this delusion.
God, everyone's just really shitting on her at the moment. No wonder she wants to jump in that psych ward. God.
Yeah.
With friends like that.
Yeah, and a sister that she has to, pretty much a mum at the age of 20 to a teenager.
No, it's the fever.
Now,
it's
I'll
cooking
get
your
to
brain.
metaphors and symbolism. You're probably not going to agree with any of these.
I never do, but go ahead.
Okay, the mental institution. A metaphor for escapism, for the desire to let go of pain and responsibility. It's not a random setting. It's a direct contrast to the chaos and suffering of Buffy's real life.
Okay, no, I do agree with that. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Dual realities. This is the internal tug-of-war between depression and action, between despair and duty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because that's also her having to. Yeah. She's kind of forced to face like her depression in this episode, and kind of she has to pick a side.
Pick a side.
Yeah, pick a side.
Yeah.
Joyce and the Doctor. The voices of Buffy's subconscious. Joyce represents comfort and simplicity. The Doctor is cold logic. Neither are the whole truth.
Okay. Yeah. That's something.
Yeah. The choice. Buffy isn't cured by the end. She chooses to believe in the harder life. That's what makes her heroic.
Oh, she's so heroic. Took the hard choice.
Well, yeah. Well, she's in like full existential crisis. So she has to really work through like the numbness and depression that she had from being resurrected. And she chooses to live in this life. And it was not an easy choice for her to make. Like, and she has to say goodbye to her mum pretty much again. But yeah, she does actually make the hard choice. Yeah. So that's what I sort of think about, because this episode kind of brings that story of Buffy and her depression and whatnot to an end.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. I like what you did there. It's very nice. Now, can I just talk about the demon? I'm so glad you didn't put his name in the summary there.
Because I cannot pronounce it.
Because you cannot pronounce it.
Gakmagish.
Couldn't he just like had like poison in there that kills her? Wouldn't that have been easier?
Well, I kind of. So I did actually put a question to the internet.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And some people brought up how the poison actually worked.
Great. I'd like to know.
No, but it was more the fact it was psychological warfare. Instead of just being a physical weapon, it was like a psychological weapon
to really break her down.
Yeah.
Again, wouldn't it just been easier like just a poison that kills her?
Well, I think it's not really, not all. When you look at the animal kingdom, not all weapons are spikes and venom are designed to kill another animal. It's just designed to scare them off.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe that was what it was.
Well,
More. It's not really. It wasn't really designed to kill her. It was more designed to scare her.
That's interesting because now I'm thinking of like the despair squid from Red Dwarf. Its defense mechanism would make you hallucinate, and in that episode, they almost kill themselves because they're so depressed of the reality that they live in now compared to what the reality they had. So that's its defense mechanism, where you'd end up killing yourself. That would make you stop attacking it, I guess.
Yes, that would.
So psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Again, yeah. Interesting.
Did you want me to go more into? Well, I can go more into the question that I posed to the internet.
Go on. Yeah.
Because I did have. Okay, so I put a question to the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and the question was: Is Normal Again a clever bottle episode with a bold meta twist, or lazy writing that broke the Slayer mythology?
Right.
It was a bit of a mixed bag of answers. Like, some people hated this episode, some people love this episode,
Mm-hmm.
some people are just like,
Indifferent. Yeah.
indifferent. Some people are just like, oh yeah, the ending was, it's just a last bit, the last little delusion that she has, like, as she's sort of leaving that reality. But I also had some really good takes that I'm only going to I'll only read out 4 of the comments.
Okay. Top 4.
Just so you know, Jared, just so you're not going, that's enough. Okay, so the first one is from Mark Botti 259, and he said, I actually really like this episode because it makes people uncomfortable. I've always felt like the show has many times where a Slayer is like being part of a marginalized community. And as a gay male, definitely associate it with being LGBTQ. E.g. season 2 Becoming, where she comes out to her mum as a Slayer. This episode screamed of conversion therapy to me, and the ending being up in the air. It's showing how life goes on for the queer person who broke out of it and lived their authentic life, but to their parents, they might as well be catatonic or brain dead.
Okay, that's deep.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really good take. And I always feel like this episode is very connected to Becoming Part 2 episode, because that's when Buffy told her mum about her being the Slayer. And in this episode, she tells Willow that she was put into a psych ward the first time she told her mum, when she came out. Yeah, she'd already, she told her mum about Slayers, that she was a Slayer, and told her about vampires and stuff when it first happened to her. And her mum put her in the psych ward. I kind of feel like it causes a bit of a continuity issue with Becoming Part 2.
Okay, how?
Because wouldn't this have been brought up in that argument that she had with her mum, where she's like, of course I didn't tell you.
Right, yeah.
The last time I tried telling you, you put me in a psych ward.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And then her saying, hey, I'm sorry for doing that. Acknowledging that, actually you are a Slayer. I believe you now. Vampires are real.
And they kind of play it off, that they just ended up forgetting about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I went to a psych ward.
Yeah, so
You sent me to a bloody psych ward.
So I just feel like it would have been brought up during that fight scene. But also could explain in Ted as well, because Ted threatens to send her to a psych ward. After he reads her diary.
Yeah.
And it was kind of when he threatens to send her to a psych ward, that's when she kicks him down the stairs or punches him down the stairs. That's kind of the final straw for her.
It's all coming together now.
Yeah. All right. So now the next one. Now, I actually really like this take. And this is the one that I think is kind of true. Also taking into account maybe the venom is, as I said, psychological warfare.
Yeah.
But the way that it works is that it's actually her mind slipping through dimensions. So this is a comment from A Dandy Unicorn. I believe what we saw was an alt universe, our universe, where vampires don't exist. But because all universes are connected, she still feels the pull to her calling. Unable to slay, she goes insane. Just like we found out Willow is a little gay in Doppelgangland.
Okay, yeah.
Also, just her consciousness travelled instead of her full body, giving her an intimate view into the universe. but able to go back to her real body.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I actually really like that one. That's a really great way to...
Interdimensional travel, mind travel.
And then I've got this Brave Mo. He's the one who said, I think it's a clever example of a demon having psychological weapons instead of a physical one, and added a new element to the dangers that Buffy faces.
Either way, you'd be better off for it, but you're too twisted for that. Let yourself live already. And stop with the bloody hero trip for a second.
And this
All
one's
be the
from
better for it.
Jackie. The twist at the end, I love it when it first aired and I was 15, but I never really took it to actually be true. I don't understand people saying it hurts their enjoyment of the show because it means it's not real. None of it is real. It's all fiction. And this was just a little meta nod to Twilight Zone and that sort of media at the time.
I mean, you could see it as a bit of a middle finger to the audience. I mean, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
Bit like kind of Lost, kind of did that a little bit, when the series finished. Just that one last little, we gotcha, you know.
Yeah.
So I get that. Yeah. I can understand why people would be upset about it, but it is just a TV show. And
she comes in with, you can just ignore it. Plus, it's not stated as canon. It's open to interpretation. It could be Buffy having one final hallucination before the poison wears off. On point.
Yeah.
Absolutely on point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought they were just some really amazing comments
they're really great. Yeah.
that I got from the
Keep them
Buffy
coming.
community. But someone actually DM'd me this because I think they did not want to have it lost within the comment section.
Okay. All right. Slip into your DMs. It's usually not a great...
But they had a good case for the reason why that, yes, it was all a delusion. And it actually has to do with Buffy's hair, which I think I noted.
No.
I think I noted this to you.
Not
that
the bangs.
No, it's the fact that she has these chunky highlights and the shortcut bob in the delusional world.
Yeah.
Because not only, I think I noticed it because I'm like, how are you doing that to it? That's hours sitting in a chair.
Yeah, how are you getting a professional
salon.
haircut while you're in a
how are they doing this very professional, and it's, as I said, if it was just a flat hair color, that's one thing. These are multiple layers of colors. That is hours of work sitting in a chair at a salon. And you cannot do that to someone in a catatonic state in a psych ward. But that was just me. But I'm sort of maybe they have a hairdresser that comes in.
Practices,
Yeah. But
on the patients.
But I actually got a message from someone that works in a psychiatric facility.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Melanie Nicholson. And she actually said, in-house patients that suffer from catatonic schizoid disorder, you aren't allowed to change their appearance at all. No haircuts, no tattoos, no cosmetic dental procedures like braces or chemical teeth whitening, no ear gauges, no piercings, and they have to wear state-approved garments that clearly identify the hospital's info. Buffy had her new hairstyle complete with highlights, so I think it was all the demon poison, and that's all.
Yeah.
And it's fully against state regulation to change their hairstyles.
Well, okay. Glad we got that sorted.
So thank you, Melanie. Thank you for being very poignant on that. I kind of love that.
Yeah, that's well, at least we got that sorted. So yep, it's all the demon. Yep.
It's all the demon. I think we've got our proof.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was very much like, how are you getting your hair done while you're in the catatonic state?
Yeah, girls will notice that. Guys wouldn't have thought anything about that. Maybe that was a little hint to the audience to say that this is all part of the hallucination.
Yeah.
Because it's all
right, Jared.
part
have
of
you
the
seen
plan.
this episode before?
Yeah. Well, I thought I had. I believe I have. Yes, but my recollection of it was that I was under the impression that the hallucinations weren't chopping and changing between reality and hallucination. I thought she was just thrown into the hallucination and was in that the whole time. I do remember it, but I remembered it differently. So yes, have seen it before.
Yeah. And did you go down any rabbit holes?
No, I didn't know. No,
Okay.
nothing to dig around in that one. I don't reckon.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
No. I think I've covered everything. Yeah. So should we get into question time?
Well, actually, I was going to ask.
Yep.
Well, yeah. What do you think the ending means?
I just think it was a little joke from from the creators, like just to chuck that in. So, aha, maybe, but
Yeah.
nothing to dig too deep into it or be offended by it. They're just having a bit of fun, I think. They're like,
Ruined the whole show with this one scene.
Yeah. Unwatchable.
Unwatchable. Can't watch it again.
No, never again.
Yeah. All right. Question time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excuse me. I'd like
Right,
to
Jared,
ask
which
you a few
character
questions.
was your favourite?
Buffy. Both Buffys.
Yeah, I'll just go with Buffy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's really a standout, I think, in this.
Yeah. Which character do you love to hate?
Well, Xander. Although I did like Xander in this episode.
He was actually quite insufferable in this episode, considering what he had done.
Yeah, it just
in the previous episode. It was like deliberately starts like really going at Spike, like really, really
lashing out at him, basically.
he starts lashing out at Spike quite a lot in this, and Spike is like, "Yeah, I'm not having none of that."
Don't go poking that bear, mate. What are you doing, Xander?
You're just going to end up with hurt feelings.
Yeah.
You want me to tear this place apart, you bloody
LOL
poof?
moment.
It's not very much an LOL episode, but I did kind of find it a little funny when Buffy's in the Double Meat Palace and when she's flashing between the two realities, and I think the nurse or doctor said, "Oh, it's time for your drugs."
Yeah.
And she flashes back to her real reality, and it's a supervisor saying, "Are you on drugs?" Huh? What?
That will be the last time we see the Double Meat Palace.
no.
See, I thought the Riley episode was the one where we don't see it afterwards. But yeah, we don't see the Double Meat Palace again.
No. It's a shame. Yeah.
What a shame. Yeah, mine is the balls. You didn't say he was a kind of a gong galoshkamanik.
Galak Gal
A
Kashmalik.
A galak
Galak Gal Kashmalik.
balls, you didn't say it was a gulgagashkanik. And Xander's like, because I can't say gagashkanik. And neither can I.
Neither can we. Don't be too hard on him.
Yeah. Favourite fight scene?
I thought Xander and Spike getting the demon, fighting the demon.
Yep.
Tag team?
Yeah, I went with the basement fight scene.
Yeah.
So Buffy could not actually physically kill her friends, so she was trying to get the demon to kill them. So,
but they're pretty forgiving people, so no harm, no foul. So I don't know how Tara's going to be. She fell down those stairs pretty bad.
Yeah. I don't know. And Xander got a frying pan to the face.
To the face. Gung.
They didn't even show what she did to Willow, so I hate to think of.
Yeah, she was already down there, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And you only really saw like her getting Dawn down in there.
Yeah.
Favorite scene.
I think the final scene at the end. A little finger to the audience. I get it. It's funny.
I actually kind of liked Xander and Spike talk, like when they're talking in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of little dynamic. It kind of gets a bit meta then.
Okay. Yeah.
What is your least favorite scene?
I'm going to go with Dawn having a go at Buffy. That's a bad scene, but yeah, just Dawn. I don't know. I can see it where the fandom has resentment towards that character sometimes.
Yeah, I'll go with Buffy attacking her friends in the basement. It's not an easy thing to watch, like her kind of turn on her friends like that.
Yeah.
Actually, even her attack on Dawn is pretty horrible to watch as well.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to being in that position where you're normally rooting for Buffy, and in this case, you're like, oh no. It's kind of, no.
Gone full American Psycho on him.
Yeah.
I have to return some videotapes.
Oh, balls. You didn't say it was a Galakron because I can't say Galabra.
Okay, my favorite quote is, "What, you think this isn't real? Just because of all the vampires and demons and ex-vengeance demons and the sister that used to be a big ball of universe-destroying energy.
Very meta.
Yeah. All right. Who gets the wooden spoon?
Well, I had to give it to Buffy, I think.
I'm going to give it to Willow.
Yeah?
Do you know why?
No.
So Willow makes the antidote and then she gives it to Buffy and then leaves the room and says to Spike, make sure she drinks it. She doesn't actually stay there. And like Buffy is mentally unstable at this point and flashing in and out. And Spike's kind of known for being evil. Like he's not
And he's not reliable. Yeah.
Like he's not a reliable guy. And instead of staying there and making sure she drinks the antidote.
Well, she just has to wait a few moments. I mean, it doesn't take long to drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine it tastes great, but at least take a sip or something.
Yeah.
Sit with her. Talk to her.
Well, that's all. So that's what I forgot to bring up. Well, isn't doing like they keep saying that she made the antidote and the potion and it wasn't a spell.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't it be a spell? Like it's still a potion?
Or
is it just an antidote? Does that mean it's science?
Well, because I think that's what they're going for. Like, if she didn't have to say anything or slaughter Bambi to make it, it's not magic. No sacrificing, I guess, of baby deers.
All right, I guess it's science, not magic.
Yeah, I trimmed the line that one though. I think you're.
Yeah. But it's the fact that she did not stay in the room and wait for Buffy.
That's a good point.
Okay. Who's the MVP of the episode?
I went with Tara.
Yeah, she doesn't really save anyone though.
She releases Willow. Like she comes in and uses magic to save the day.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And takes a big tumble.
Yeah. I kind of went with Buffy because she does actually pull herself out of it and she makes the choice.
She created it though.
Not really, but she was psychologically dueling her inner demons, so to speak. So she does kind of manage to pull she makes a choice and it's a heroic choice.
Yeah.
So, and pulls herself out of it. So, yeah, now she's no longer the chosen one because she has chosen to be there.
I like that.
All right. What do you rate this episode out of 10, Jared?
Using something from the show, no doubt.
Yes.
I gave it 6 didgeridoos.
6 didgeridoos, yes. Because that's what they used to summon
That's what they used to summon the demon, which I thought maybe it was going to be like some sort of kangaroo-looking demon or like some sort of Aboriginal style, like something Australian sort of orientated. No, not at all. No.
Which is going to get into my rating thing, which is 7 out of 10, hard to pronounce, waxy-looking demons.
You ever try to play didgeridoo?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone makes the mistake of getting and just going, It's always hilarious, that one. That's not how you blow in a didgeridoo.
Yeah, it's a bit harder to play than...
Yeah. All right, Eddie. I guess that's the end of the episode. Was there anything else you wanted to add in?
No.
No? All right, so I think we should just wrap it up, hey? I think we should. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed listening to us tonight. We are Nerd Subculture. My name is Jared.
I'm Edwina.
And if you like our podcast, Eddie's got some instructions for you, some homework.
Well, you can go find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Threads. Just search Nerd Subculture Podcast. We're a proudly independent podcast, so if you like what we do, share with your friends, drop a comment or whatever. On whatever platform you're listening to us on, and rate the episode.
Yes.
Every little bit helps.
And keep an eye out for Eddie's questions on TikTok. And maybe help her with some stuff she's struggling with. Don't slide into her DMs. Well, you can if you want. I don't know. Till next time. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Either way, you'd be better off for it, but you're too twisted for that. Let yourself live already. And stop with the bloody hero trip for a sec. We'd all be the better for it.